Hey pretties, welcome back. In today's video, I'd like to talk about why you should never ever depend fully on a man. I should specify that this video is targeted especially towards toxic men and those who may appear decent at first, then change their colors after years of you knowing them. So I've seen many women make this mistake, whether it be online or in my personal life, and it's such a sad thing to see because majority, if not all of these women end up with their fate in the hands of a man, and they only realize that depending completely on that man is not what they should have been doing from the beginning when it feels like it's too late or too difficult to get out of the situation that they're left feeling stuck in. They look back on their lives and try to imagine what it would be like had they done enough for themselves and chased their own dreams. I feel like a lot of us women have seen way too many cases of this to be blind to it and to continue this cycle. We need to realize how men think, and sometimes it's not even about men. Sometimes it's about logic and putting yourself in the place of a right thinking person. I want you to imagine working tirelessly, going to work and coming back, repeating the cycle over and over again, and not having much free time to yourself while having to take care of and provide for another person who's doing nothing much that compares to what you've been doing. So take this random scenario. If a man comes home tired from work and maybe you haven't cooked him a fresh meal that he would have expected you to after all those hours he just put in, he is going to think, what the hell is wrong with you? And he could actually go crazy on you. He might want to take his anger out on you and might even reach a point where he can put his hands on you. Some of these men will verbally and physically abuse you, especially when they know that you have no way out. And some women who depend completely on a man will expect that man to stay loyal too. And to be honest, if I were a toxic man taking care of my wife or girlfriend, and when I came home and I wanted to get a little spicy with you and relieve some of the stress from work, I do not want to hear that you're tired 3 days in a row. I do not want to hear that you're not in the mood 3 days in a row. How could you expect me to remain loyal to you if you can't at least help me with that? Okay, you're not in the mood? Well, Mercedes from work or Denise, who's always flirting with me when I see her at the coffee shop, are just one text away from getting in my bed tonight. And that's why I'll be home late tomorrow. And there's nothing you can do about it, at least not in the short run, because I'm your only source of income and you're living under my roof. And because these men know that since you're depending on them and in the short run you won't have many options, maybe you don't have enough savings or maybe you don't have family to go to, they will put you in awkward situations a lot of the time without even thinking it through and without concern for you or your safety and security. And God forbid you have kids with this man, because they know that you'll just have to take it or leave it. If he wants to move to another city, to a new job, where maybe he still has the option to stay where you are currently, it's either you go with him to pursue his dream or you figure it out yourself. He wants to stay out late with the boys. Who are you to ask any questions? So you need to always have your own. I know that maybe some men may not think like this, but you need to be prepared. Try not to depend on a man, especially in the long run. Do not give up on getting your own. You do not have to give it all up and stop working because he asked you to. It's always a wise thing to have a backup plan because it feels so good when you know you can pack up all your stuff and leave. So that's all for today's video, ladies. See you in the next one. If there's anything I missed or if there's anything that you'd like to add, let me know. Bye.